AM1 broadcasting, well, pre-recording from sunny and hot and heating up Las Vegas, Nevada, on my way to the gym. Just thinking about the content here on this channel. Like, I'm staying on the nutrition point and the, in my opinion, best approaches to nutrition right now, because you can't outwork a bad diet, and we're gonna have to get to the food situation first before we even get into the whole physical movement. I mean, we definitely want to address that. We want to train, we want to work out for sure, but we have to get the diet right. So I got to harp on that. I got to drill down on this, and we really got to get this together before we can move forward. And this is on a personal and individual level, and this has major ramifications for us all on a collective level. I'll talk about that in later videos, but we got to get this together. We got to get this together. And it is the hardest, but in fact the easiest thing. We got to get away from the processed food. That the processed food, alcohol in moderation, any kind of intoxicants we're putting in our bodies, even to the soaps, household cleaning products. We got to look at all this stuff. I hate to say it, now we're in this era of quick fixes. Let's do some type of injection to lose weight. Never mind the lifestyle changes. Let's do something to correct hormonal imbalances. Never mind the lifestyle changes that are directly impacting your hormones. We got to do the food first. We can't do the shortcuts. The shortcuts may, in fact, will almost without a doubt cut you short. So whatever you think you're trying to get to faster, you're going to cut yourself short overall. It's hustling backwards. There's just no way around it. It has to be this food situation. We have to get into, and this is what I'm coaching my clients on. Track the food. Track the food for sure. And before you go inject yourself with something, before you go off the deep end, try something like an elimination diet where you focus on single ingredient, whole foods, the most nutrient dense as possible. And I'm sorry, but not sorry, that's gonna be more of an animal based approach. If you are more of a sedentary person, you're not as active, then you definitely want to limit carbs. So low carb, keto, carnivore, I advocate for these approaches for sure, without a doubt. The goal is, you do want to be more active. You do want to do some resistance training. You do want to build some muscle. Last thing you want to do is take some injection that's going to potentially break down your muscle, make you more catabolic. In that sense, you don't want those amino acids deteriorating, not being turned over and used properly. You want muscle protein synthesis. You want nutrient dense foods. You do not want to break this down. That is hustling backwards. That you're working totally against your goals. You want to thrive. You want vitality. And that's not going to happen if you inject yourself with something that disintegrates your muscle along with the fat or whatever. I'm just using that phrase. It doesn't actually disintegrate it quite like that, but a little dramatic. The shortcuts will cut you short. It is just totally ridiculous. Tracking the food, though, you got to do the food tracking. That really bolsters your relationship with food. We need a relationship with the food. We need to marry the food. And what I mean by that, again, just being silly, you want to make it to where you're really thinking about everything you put in your body as truly fuel and structural components. You got to look at, eat fake food, build a fake body. I say it all the time. If you eat some type of deep fried, oily, fast food, hyper processed, hyper palatable food item, I guess in moderation every once in a while, but at this point, you don't want to run that risk because they're putting addictive things in the food. So even if you play that game of, I'll just do this one meal, well, that might turn into 2, 3, 4, 5, 50 meals. So we got to think about that. So at this point, if you're one of the vast majority of people that are struggling with weight loss and I can't lose weight and I tried everything, let me just go take this injection, let me take this pill. If you're one of those people, You just got to cut out the fake food and track and weigh the food. And to the best of your ability, track your output, track your energy output. When you put that all together and do the math on it, it is unbeatable. You will see exactly where the leak is, where the holes are in your lifestyle. You'll see why the weight stays on. In some cases, people are actually under eating and staying overweight. I'm trying to be careful with my words. Keeping excess body fat. So there's so much nuance to it, but you're not really gonna know anything. You're gonna be totally clueless if you're not tracking the food. You gotta track the food. You gotta track the food. I'll talk more about that when I get back from the gym. So much more content coming up on this channel. These car videos, I'm kind of over them, but it's just so convenient. And one out.